Some people say that breakups are a bitch. Well, heartbreak can be even crazier. I mean, yeah, breakups can be hard, especially if they are a long time coming, especially if it's out of a relationship that is very complicated. But then it's over, and then you face the heartbreak. If the relationship was something that really mattered to you. I've been there. I have had my heart shredded. I have lost myself. I have felt like I was going to die. I've been that girl laying on the floor, sobbing and making these noises that I couldn't even believe were coming out of my body. And I've gotten over it. If you can't, if you have shed so many tears, if you have talked to all of your friends and gotten as much advice as possible, and you still can't get over it, you're still fixating on them, you are texting them all the time, you are stalking them on social media, you are comparing every other person to them, you cannot get over them. You know what this is like, right? It can take weeks, months, it can take years. So what do? Well, some people hire heartbreak coaches, also known as breakup coaches. I do what I call a breakover, and it is a breakup makeover. I help people get over heartbreak, but it's not just talk therapy of, hey, you're so great, love yourself. It goes really deep, actually. It's a 12-step process. It starts with looking at the reality of the relationship, which includes facing your contribution, which can actually be the most difficult and transformative step. Because, yeah, maybe they are the person who cheated, who were abusive, who did the bad thing, and you felt like you did nothing. But you did something. Not always, but in almost every instance, both parties contributed in some way. So it's facing your contribution. What did you do? Maybe you stopped putting effort into it. Maybe you started being a bitch or an asshole. What did you do to create that environment that eventually caused the breakup? What was the seed? Face that. Understand it. Wrap your head around it. When that happened to me, when I realized my contribution to a breakup that I had been blaming someone else for, I felt like I was punched in the face because suddenly it was like, oh my God, I really messed up. It may seem small, but it actually was big in the end. And then you can take that as a lesson. And step two, bummer with benefits. So what did you learn from the breakup? How are you better and stronger and going to be a more evolved person in your next relationship because of this relationship? Because let me tell you, you don't want to move forward as jaded or as with this facade of tough. You don't want to be that person. You want to be able to heal, but heal in a way that makes you stronger, like a muscle, right? What happens when you're working out? Well, the muscle is actually breaking down so that it can become stronger. And that's what happens with heartbreak. The third, write down why he or she is such an asshole. The reason is that you don't want to always be fixating on the fantasy. You don't want to miss who you thought they were, but they're not. So you want to remember and be very, very present with the bad, with the reality of it. Because in those nights when you're just sad and you're thinking, oh, but remember those moments that were really wonderful? Right. But why did you break up? What was wrong with the relationship? Write that down because you're going to have to remind yourself. The next step, dig in. I mean, dig into you. What is it about you that you need to strengthen? Because now, we've looked at the relationship, we've figured it out. Now we need to get you strong again. We need to get your confidence back up. But in order to do that, we have to excavate all the shit that's inside you. Because it's like having a garage, right? One garage and one dead parked car in the garage. Well, you can't get a new fresh car in if you still have this dead parked car in there. We've got to get it out. So we have to excavate it. So you dig in. Then you think, would I date me? Now that I know all of this about me with all these issues and all these things, would I date someone like me? Okay, next, we're going to build you up. We're going to help to increase your confidence. Now that we know the issues, we know that maybe you're not so dateable right now, so let's build you up. We're going to do things that challenge you. The next thing that we're going to do is you're going to go out and online. You are not ready to date. But there's nothing wrong with window shopping. There's nothing wrong with seeing that there really are plenty of fish in the sea. There's nothing wrong with saying, wow, my ex was pretty great, but there are a lot of really great people out there. And flirting, because it makes you feel good about yourself again. You feel sexy. It helps to get you a little bit of your mojo back. Then you're going to really flirt, okay? Now I'm talking about going out there and flirting. Not for the purpose of going home with anyone, not for the purpose of dating anyone, not for the purpose of having a relationship, a one-night stand, anything. This is about pure fun. Go out and lay it on thick, and also practice, because you probably haven't been flirting for a long time, so practice new flirting techniques. Try new things. Have fun with it. Have fun going out and playing. And that playing is called flirting. Just a different type of fun. Then renew you. Get a life. So look at yourself. Do I have a life? Did I lose my life? What is it in my life that I'm passionate about? What do I love to do? If you don't know, do something. Take classes. Push yourself in ways that you never thought you could do. Things that you didn't think you were strong enough to do. Go and do physical feats if you want to. Try and train for a marathon. You want to try and have things that not only keep you busy, but keep you interesting. Make it so that you are actually more dateable. After that, you're going to refresh your look. I'm not talking about taking long blonde hair and chopping it off and then dyeing it dark brown. I've done it. Big mistake. I ended up I hated it. I didn't recognize myself in the mirror, so I ended up re-dyeing my hair back to blonde, getting extensions, and I had to keep them for years until my hair grew out again. So don't do that. I'm talking about maybe getting some highlights, or getting a facial, or getting a couple new outfits, changing your style. Just refresh your look. It makes you feel good. Then I want you to feel sexy. I mean really sexy. So if you're a woman, go and do a boudoir photo shoot. Take a striptease class. I want you to feel as sexy as the women in those magazines look. Because you're going to look at yourself and you're going to think, oh my God, I didn't realize that I am not sexy too. Guys, I want you to challenge yourself in ways that you didn't think possible. Things that make you feel super manly, super just rah, whatever that is for you. That means doing a mud run, do it. I want you to do something intense that really pushes you out of your comfort zone and makes you feel just like a man. Finally, I want you to think about what you need versus what you want. It's different. Your needs. What are the things in a relationship that you must have or the relationship will die? Like, you want to feel seen. You want to feel safe. You want to feel sexy, right? You want to communicate. You want to be with someone who shows up when they say they're going to show up, both emotionally, physically, and in all ways. What are the things that you need in a relationship? Once you've gone through these 12 steps, then you might be ready to actually go out and date again. But not until you are clear, you know who you are, and you're not still fixating on them. So that's what a heartbreak coach does, or at least that's what this heartbreak coach does. It's a process. Heartbreak can be awful, and sometimes you need help. And thankfully, there is help out there for you. If you want to see more and hear more of my dating, love, and relationship tips, then please like this video and subscribe. You can also learn more about me at my website, laurelhouse.com, or my coaching website, screwingtherules.com. I'll see you soon.